Hey guys.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shoot the 60 podcast. I'm Zai.
I'm Mo.
Okay. And today we're going to be discussing pretty much everyone's favorite artist. Oh my God. Miss Beyonce. Yeah. So...
Wait, tell them why we're discussing Beyonce.
Oh, yeah. So as you guys know, I have been granted the amazing opportunity to be a guest host on here. And today was supposed to be my episode, but I was a little anxious on curating the story because I have such high standards to live up to. I literally am just like, I don't know what to do. But it's okay because I'm going to come back with a story real soon, guys. Don't worry. But today, I was just like, well, why don't we just kind of freestyle and discuss one of our favorite artists, Miss Beyonce. So,
and if you don't like Beyonce, that is a further incentive for you to stay so you can love her by the time this.
There you go. Because we would say two now, but we want more people to get on the Beyonce bandwagon. Even though it's enough of us, but there could always be more.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
So let's get right into it. So as we all know, of our time of just like right now, Beyonce is kind of number one. I mean, like, you know,
a
like
living legend.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just uncomparable if we're being honest. Mm-hmm. But then the internet loves to be like, Beyonce versus who?
Taylor Swift.
Like, it's unfortunate because I'm just like, who is she really in comparison to? So I guess if we had to choose a person, who do you think society keeps comparing her to, and why? Like, why do they think such and such is even on her level?
So right now, you know, we keep hearing Taylor Swift, and the arguments I keep hearing about is, I guess, numbers, and because of the tour, right?
Yes.
So this is my thing, right? And this is why I don't even think she should be compared to Taylor Swift, because first thought, right?
Yes.
Beyonce can do Taylor Swift, right?
Yes.
But Taylor Swift cannot do Beyonce.
Ooh.
Taylor Swift cannot go up on a stage, dance well, and really give a show. Like, I have never been to a Taylor Swift concert, don't beat me up. But literally, you could take a man who doesn't listen to Beyonce and is like, and he'll go and be like, oh shit, I didn't even know it was hitting like that. I've actually seen interviews with athletes. Did you see the one athlete? And they was like, what inspires you? He was like, I ain't gonna lie, when I went to see Beyonce, she made me go crazy.
I've even seen TikTok videos where women took their husbands and they didn't think their husbands gonna have a good time, and he was in there dancing his
time. Yup.
Now, did I see that for Miss Swift? I did not. I did not. But you know who I did see at her concerts? A bunch of little girls. And I'm like, that is her own category. I think she is for them. Like,
that's another thing I want to touch on.
Yeah.
Right? Really quick. So I think, first of all, they're incomparable, right?
Yes.
But second of all, Taylor Swift is like a representation of like white culture. Blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny white girl. She feels like the girl next door.
Yes.
That's why white girls love her.
Yes.
But
she's very relatable to them.
But that's fine.
That's fine. You should have.
This is not taken away.
Absolutely
from
not.
Taylor Swift. From what I hear, you know, she's a great songwriter.
Yeah.
You know, she got a couple bops.
Look,
she wears short skirts.
Hold on. That was a time. Like, let's not, like, I'm not gonna play with Taylor Swift, but I think when we're just talking about comparing to Beyonce, and just
disrespectful.
I feel like that's just like it's not in the same category. So I hate that kind of conversation, but I think I want to touch back on numbers, where it's just like when we talk about album sales, when we talk about concert sales, obviously that's where people kind of gauge as who's important, and who you bringing in money, you're important.
But even then, once again, she's a white woman.
Yeah, I know.
Black people, we are only 13%
in
America.
I know.
So of course the numbers are gonna be drastically different.
Exactly.
But even if you compare them, they're not.
That's what I'm saying. We playing song for song, bar for bar. I'm like, boobs. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. And again, even taking out my biases, I just feel like if I just woke up from a coma from 20 years ago and you put on two songs, I'd be like, okay, I'm going with Beyonce. It's incomparable at all. I completely agree. So I think that's just also like, just talking about, since she's so incomparable, it makes me think a lot about like how even Beyonce herself, when because, you know, she's always talking about people who inspired her. She's always talking about like where she gets her inspo from. And I know this most recent concert, she talked about Tina Turner a lot since she passed while she was on the tour. And even like in the LA show, she brought out Diana Ross. And she always talks about Diana Ross. Like, she always like, yeah, her style, her sound, her look.
Didn't she literally play the character that was supposed to be her in Dreamgirls?
Okay. Literally, like
Wait, what's the other lady?
Cheryl.
No.
Oh, the woman.
I wanna love you. Who did she sample? I don't want to say her name wrong. Why am I having a brain fart? Donna Summer. Donna Summer. Yes, another one. Yes.
First of all, if you don't know about Donna Summer, get into Miss Donna Summer. First of all, there's a Bob's Burger episode that plays "Turn on the Lights." It's a Thanksgiving episode. It's a great song. Go listen to it. Disco. Love disco.
It's so good.
That's why I'm like, Renaissance, again, we just gonna be touching everywhere, just a lot. But I'm like, I just love how she really brings out genres. Like, it's just like, and it's even interesting because I've had conversations with people who are just like, they're not into like different music genres, which is okay, whatever. That, But I like how, as an artist, she exposes you without even trying too hard. You know what I mean?
Especially now.
That's what I'm like.
Especially now.
Unfortunately, house isn't like top on the charts. Like, you don't go to the club unless you're going to a house music theme party.
Yeah.
But when you're just in a club, you don't hear house music. Back in the 70s, bitch, that's what always playing. Yeah. So it's just like, it's nice that we have an artist that can bring back that kind of music. That's culture for us, that, keep it prevalent, because it's just like, dang, hold up. I didn't even know about house music, but like now I'm low-key intrigued to get into house music. I feel like that could be like a nice thought process for people.
And I'm really excited for, we know we're getting Act 2 is going to be a country album. I think that when I first heard it was going to be country, because I'm not a huge country person, right? It's probably a couple country songs I like.
Right.
But when I think about what she did with Act 1 with the history of house and like voguing and the ballroom scene, and even with the movie, we saw like she gave people background who didn't know. Even within the songs on the album, there are people within that space, legendary people who made appearances on the album. So with country, it's like, oh, this is gonna hit different because we already know it's gonna be Black artists. And I feel like most people, especially people who live up north like us, aren't really aware of country Black artists. So I'm really excited to get educated on it.
Honestly, I'm right behind you because I'm just like, again, like you said, I'm not the biggest country artist. I mean, like fan, but it's just like, I would like to be educated, especially if you got Black history in it. Come on now, educate me. Put me on to some other Black country artists. And I already know she about to put us on.
What's your favorite country song?
Country song? That one with Carrie Underwood, Key His Call.
To the zooped up 4-wheel drive. His leather seat.
Yeah, what is it? Next time he'll think before you cheat on me.
That's not the words, but it's okay.
Let me tell you one thing about me. I don't know the lyrics, but I do know the song.
It's okay.
I don't know the lyrics, but that's a good song. I remember hearing that as a child. I was like, she bad. She bad.
It's actually a song. I think it might be like country rock.
Okay.
It's like Kryptonite. You know that song?
Wait a minute. Your confidence was so
Superman.
You know what? I kind of want to look on my phone to see if I have a country song, because I know me. I be having like random country.
What's another country song?
No, I don't have any country on my phone. Dang. It's like I feel like I know a song or two. Is Kelly Clarkson? She was a country? No, she was pop always.
Pop. I wouldn't be surprised if she had.
She had it, but like a country based artist, no.
I should have shot Jolene.
Jolene. Bitch, she was real as fuck for that.
What the girl was saying? I shoot a bitch if she take her man from me.
Let me tell you, I'm not a fan of cover songs, but bitch, you ate that.
She kind of ate that.
You kind of ate that because bitch, I would have shot.
I would have shot Jolene.
You think you just gonna take my nigga? Nah.
Okay.
But anyway, get back on track. We're just talking about legends of just who Beyonce, I guess, takes her inspiration from and how she displays it out. I just love that.
I think the hard work of Michael definitely.
Oh my gosh, what?
I don't know.
Has impacted her and just in regards to that.
Well, I mean, she used to do the fucking Jackson 5 song in her on her tour.
Yes. Wait, isn't there?
She did Anita Baker. She also did Jilly from Philly.
Girl, you know what? One thing about Miss BC, and again,
that's why I love her. Bro.
That's only. I feel like she.
It's the Beyonce stand.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I feel like she just puts like, I feel like she incorporates a lot of our culture in a sense of just like bringing homage to like people and just keeping people relevant. You know, like even if it is covering a song, first of all, bitch, you ate that cover, and I'd be freaking honored if Beyonce covered my goddamn song. Like, damn, bitch, even living legends still alive. Like, you got Diana Ross, and she singing songs. Like, I'm just like, dude, you know, you're just really that girl. And I think that also just brings me to a point of, since she brings, you know, she takes inspiration from other artists. Do you think present day artists who are kind of new coming? Do you think they take inspiration from Beyonce? Like, what are some examples, I guess, of some artists you think would take, just like, you're obviously not copying Beyonce's style, but you're like, you can see the influence. Who do you think is like an artist for that?
Victoria Monet.
Oh my gosh.
Love Victoria Monet down. It kind of upsets me that I think she's 33, that she's just getting her big break. Like, she's been in the industry for years.
And I thank you for putting me on. Let me tell y'all one thing about Mo. She gonna put me on to something because...
So the first song I heard from Victoria Monet was Moment. And I actually watched the video. And I was like, oh, what's this? And the video, super cinematic. It feels very intentional. I watched the behind the scenes and I was like, okay, this is different. Like, this bitch really putting in work. And then Jaguar 1, that's what Moment was on. And I was like, okay, this is cool. But then she dropped Jaguar 2.
And 8.
And I think and I wanted to see her in concert. I regret it. I didn't go see her last year. But the next time she goes to...
You're going to go.
Yeah. Because even the videos I saw of her performing, it's very much Beyonce-esque. Like, the breath work, the movement, all of that. I was like, oh.
No.
If anybody is the next Beyonce,
okay, so like, again...
Not even comparing, but
not even comparing, but it's so funny you just talked about just like where you're like, you regretted to go. I wish at that time when she was on tour, I was a fanner, but like, I feel like I became a big fan after the fact. Like, I listened to her. She's in my weekly rotation of just like throwing her on. And when I saw videos and clips of her on tour, the movement, the breath work, I'm just like, hold on, you remind me of someone. Oh,
right. I'm thinking about somebody.
Literally, I'm just looking at her like, girl, you're eating it. Like, just your dance was the way, like the precision. And I just feel like that was kind of like a level of just like talent where I'm like, this is very familiar. Oh, okay. And again, even No Marnie, like, I feel like her music videos, when I watch her, I'm like,
I'm so pissed about what is going on. I don't know what label she signed to.
Nah, neither do I.
But it feels like we get a song and then she goes missing. We get a song, I'm ready to pull up on you. Shoot it out.
That's my fucking song. Music videos, bitch. This time when we're riding. Ooh, bitch.
She can sing. She can dance.
Girl.
She's beautiful.
I'm like, I need more of her. Like, I need that. And it's just sad that, like, when I look at my phone and look at the songs, I'm like, I don't have an album at least to like rotate you in. I just have these few singles.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate.
I'm sad.
It's sad, but I think those are you into Coco Jones?
I know who she is.
Okay.
Love her down. Have not listened to music.
Oh my God. I listened to the album like, it had to be in December. Girl, not bad. It's actually pretty good. Like the first song, Crazy For You, I love that song. And now, granted, I've never seen her perform, but I do just like her vocal range. And I feel like I want more from her to like become more of a fan. Like, you know how you just like kind of standing someone, but like I want more for her to see like what she can do. And I think that she has potential to just, you know, kind of raise up and just be kind of like a big star. And I feel like that's what I want more from like Black women. I want more R&B or like versatile stars, or just like, you know, people who kind of start off like, oh yeah, like I've heard of her, but then out of nowhere that bitch blowing up, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, I see you. You got the full potential. You got I just want more full packages. You know what I mean? Like where it's just like.
Well, I guess what is your definition of full package?
Okay.
I think specifically with R&B.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about Beyonce, right? I don't consider Beyonce necessarily
just R&B.
Beyonce is just an artist to me.
That's fair.
She's touched every genre. I think we haven't. I think once we got I Am Sasha Fierce.
Okay.
That's when we kind of veered away from R&B because that whole album is more pop.
That was like the third album, right? That was the third album.
That's when we get pop, and then after that,
that's true.
We kind of get all these genres intertwined.
Okay, let me see.
When I think of like pure R&B, I'm thinking of like Jill Scott, right? I'm thinking of like, and I know this person isn't on Jill Scott's level,
yes,
but like Summer Walker,
yes.
Like, so I guess like when you say full package, what do you mean? Because the R&B girlies, they're not dancing, they're not.
No,
doing
they're
that.
not.
They're just singing, and they're giving us good projects.
Yeah. Okay. I guess when I want a full package artist, and if I'm just using kind of qualities of Beyonce, I think one range of just singing, like where I feel like all your songs don't sound the same.
Do you know who? Do you listen to? I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong. Meta.
I'm not familiar.
Her voice is crazy.
Oh.
After this, I'm gonna play it for you.
Okay.
She
amazing.
Well,
I love a good vocal range where I feel like you can switch up in different sound. Like for example, you know how Beyonce can go deep, she can go high, and I know her voice has grown with age, but I just feel like where I feel like I've heard a development in your voice. I think also big for me is performance. I'm sorry, like performance is probably like top 2 me liking you. Like,
well, this person isn't R&B, but I know you love her, but she isn't a good performer to me. I'm the scientist. Love you down.
We're going to go see her in April.
You and Lindsay?
We're going to go see her in April. She's not a good performer. Where have you seen her?
Okay. I've only
so
seen
just what
videos.
the clips.
I've only seen videos. I think she is a beautiful singer.
And you're the one who put me on to her.
Look,
I tell you, she's put me on to everybody.
I think she's a great songwriter. The way she puts, that's what kind of drew me to her.
Got you.
Like, because I heard the first album with Master.
Yes.
I was like, ooh.
Oh no, but
the production.
Reminders?
I said, this is crazy.
Beetlejuice.
Oh. You was never good at it. Crazy.
Yeah, amazing.
The writing is crazy, and I said this in a group chat. I said, I love her down, but her voice is just not. I wish her voice was stronger. I think, but she's also not R&B. She's not R&B to me.
What would you consider her as?
Alternative. Like really sit and listen to her shit is.
You wouldn't, and now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever identified her as an R&B. Obviously not pop. She's not that upbeat.
She's like she gives me the black Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
In a sense of where are we putting you?
I like
There's
that.
nowhere to really put you.
I actually like that a lot. I think that's a good description of her. Yeah. Granted,
well, not the black Lana Del Rey, but
no, alternative.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. Yeah. But I feel like, just speaking on performances, I feel like, okay, because it's like sometimes when I go to concerts, right? I've been to plenty of concerts, plenty of festivals. Like I've seen SZA live before at Tro Electro. And it was just okay.
Really?
So like, again, I sense the kind of person I am. I want to see a dancer. I want to see production. I want to see.
You want to see a dancer for R&B?
Okay, I guess maybe not typically that. I think when it comes to just like somebody where I'm just like, dude, you are the full package. Just going back to full package when you asked. I think I want production. I want, like, for example, did you watch the Super Bowl for Usher?
I did.
Okay, so like how he had like a full production or something.
But Usher's pop.
Usher is pop, but Usher's also R&B. Confessions are R&B.
But that's the point I'm making though.
Okay.
When you say R&B, do you mean an artist who is just R&B? Or you saying R&B and pop? Because Usher's R&B and pop.
I guess
when we talk about just R&B, the girlies are not dancing.
And
the men, they're not dancing.
They're not dancing. And all men don't dance. Most men sit on the stool and talk to the mic all night. But then again, I feel like I would enjoy that too. Like if it's something intimate. I don't know. I think sometimes when I talk about music and when I'm trying to formulate my opinion, it can really get all over the place because it's just like, it's so many factors to it. And like you're bringing up a great point about just R&B. And I guess that can also just touch real quick on just Summer Walker. Like when they say like she just stands there and perform. I guess that's fair. It's just kind of like sometimes where I'm like, what do y'all want her to break out into a full routine? But it's just like, I guess when you hear the song, you want to like get some like groove to it or something.
Yeah.
But like, again, when you have such a pedestal of like Beyonce and what she does and what kind of production she does, it can be challenging, I guess, for other artists where you're just like, damn, do I have to do all that shit to my song? Like, dude, my song don't even require, when you see Carter, they're like, you got one song that make you do all that shit. Yeah, that's like, it kind of makes you think like, well, she don't got no songs that made her hit a cartwheel.
Did you see the fucking video of Beyonce? I think I sent it to you.
What?
When she was like hanging upside down. And Baby Boy was playing in the background. She was like, ah.
But like, what song got you
that
doing
song
this
did
shit?
not require all of that. And I will make sure the video plays in this video because
my
y'all
gosh.
need to see it. It was ridiculous.
It's so funny, but I guess I'm just trying to say, like, I like that Beyonce has that kind of impact on us. And I guess that also just transitions to just like Beyonce herself in her music. Do you think I'll just say in our 20-year span of just, hearing her going through we've been through a lot of albums through her. What kind of impact do you think that's had, I guess, just like on our culture, the way of music? Do you think that she kind of, would you call her an innovator in some of her music styles? Like just with like, again, like we just said, like she switches up, like when she did I'm Sasha Fierce. I'm sorry, I was shocked. I was like, this ain't nothing like I heard before. Like I remember Single Ladies in the Robot Head, and I'm like, bitch, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Where you're just like little shit like that, you're like, bitch, I ain't never seen that before. What the, like, like, yeah, like what kind of like, okay, I guess even if it's just not society, as a child and a preteen, do you remember the kind of impact it had on you?
I do.
Where you were just like, dude, this is Beyonce.
Yeah. So, big impact. I think she's just a physical representation of like, and I hate this fucking word.
Girl power?
Like fucking
feminism?
Which one? Corny. Black excellence.
Black excellence. You sound like my dad. My dad hates that.
I hate that fucking
He
word.
hates it.
But I think it's true. But I think if we looking, I think back then I was just looking like, damn, she doing so much. This is crazy. But I think looking back now and like really feeling it and watching her throughout her whole career is just, the impact is wild. And I was talking about this the other day with somebody about how nobody is doing what she's doing. Beyonce is 42, 43,
yeah.
Right? And she's still making waves. Most people might say she's at the height of she's in her prime now. Usually when we get legends, they hit their prime, 20s, 30s, whatever. And then everything we get after that, it's like people not really excited.
Yeah, they just make it shit.
Except they're like, they're real fan base.
100%.
But I was thinking about somebody like Kanye, right?
Yes.
And, even though I don't fucking like Kanye, but we can't downplay his impact on the music industry.
Exactly.
He's opened the doors for all of these artists to move the way that they move, to not be like a hood dude and still be able to rap and shit.
Oh my
right?
gosh, would you call him like alternative too in some ways? And like some of it, like depending on what era we're talking about,
like 808s and Heartbreak, Kanye, or
I wish I had an album on.
I would say so. A word that people use when they talk about Kanye is pop rap.
Pop rap. Okay.
Sometimes hip hop, but like pop rap or whatever.
Like,
right?
I don't think of him as like a rapper.
He's not a traditional hip hop artist.
Right.
But he does play into that, but he has also played into like pop-ish records. But when we think about him and we think about what he's done in his prime, right? And he's still releasing music, but
just released some music actually not too long ago.
But to be honest with you, and this could just be my opinion, I'm not at this time, like nobody's looking at Kanye to do anything different or new or groundbreaking. Like the people that are listening to Kanye is like, okay, we kind of know what we're gonna get at this point. With Beyonce, she's still breaking down doors, like she's still
trying new things,
still making a ruckus. Like Kanye's not doing this, and that's not just this. But at that age in your career, it's like, okay, like I've done the things, now I'm just kind of doing what I want. And Beyonce, she's still doing what she wants, but it's still like making such an impact, and people are taking notes, and you got people waiting for the
literally
drop. It's different,
especially how long her discography is. Like, dude, you got albums on albums, but for some reason you still get in that studio creating new shit. And I was just like, it's honestly amazing to me how like at this age and this far in career, like we were saying, the girl been doing this since she was a child.
15 in my
Like a child when she was in her girl group. And I'm just like, at this grown age and this far in your career, you're still coming out with new stuff. And it's fresh. It's like, dude, I don't even know what to compare this to. Like, I've never heard this from you. And it's good. Like, it's honestly amazing. And, oh yeah, go ahead.
So this is something I wanted to touch on.
Yes.
Because I've been seeing a lot of
conversation. Yes. What's up?
So, a lot of people are upset at Beyonce because she is a billionaire. And people are upset because she hasn't spoken on what's going on right now in Gaza.
Yes.
With the Palestinians and everything. And so, I guess I'll give my opinion, but I guess I want to hear your opinion. Yeah. And as far as not even just Beyonce, but celebrities.
Yeah.
I guess speaking out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are upset.
You see,
especially at Beyonce.
Gotcha.
I got points where I'm not upset, but I'm gonna let you talk.
So, okay, because like I think sometimes when it comes to speaking out about topics and speaking out about just world things going on and just how people feel about it, I think because of my personality and just how I feel, I'm typically not upset when people don't speak up. I feel like, in a way, everybody handles worldly problems and actions in their own way. And just even speaking what's going on in Gaza, and just like, for example, in 2020 when the Black Lives Matter movement was just pretty much everything that was going on. It's just like, I'm not typically upset when people don't talk about things, because again, it might be affecting you in a way we don't know about. Right. You know, you may be doing your part in a silent way. You may be donating. You may be donating your time, your money, your advocacy in your own way. But I think sometimes when it comes, I'll just speak on this kind of present time of social media time. When you don't display it or show it, people assume you're not doing it. So it's just kind of like, I think that's what, because I even saw even they're talking on Beyonce or just billionaires, even like influencers that people like keep up with, when they said they saw them not making posts and stuff, they're getting in their butts and getting in their comments like, well, why didn't I see you post something about such and such? I'm like, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they've already done their part. They've already donated. They've already said a prayer. I don't know. You don't know what people are doing. And just because they don't post it don't mean they ain't doing it. So it's just, it's hard. I can't even imagine that pressure where it's just like, well, what do you have to say? Nigga, I already did what the? You don't know what I already did.
But I have multiple points.
Yes, go ahead.
I was getting mad. So first point, number one, I don't look to celebrities to speak on anything. And it's not because, do I feel like maybe if you have a platform, would it be great? Yeah, it would be nice. But the reality is most of these celebrities are disconnected. Like, just because you have money does not mean you're informed. And doesn't mean you know exactly what the fuck is going on. So you speaking out actually might be detrimental to whatever, cause needs to be supported. And haven't we
seen that before?
Right. That's number one. Specifically about Beyonce, right?
Yes.
So people were upset because they feel like she has aligned herself with like feminism and Black power being in America, whatever. Because she spoke about I wouldn't even say she spoke about. She has displayed images of like alluding to police brutality.
I remember that. Yes, that was really big back in 2020. Yep, I remember that.
And people are like, "Why is she not speaking about this?" And yeah. So this is what I thought.
Okay.
So one, she is a Black American. Yes, she has money now. She has money.
Absolutely.
I mean, her family always had a little bit of money.
Yeah, but
she has money. So I just feel like being Black in America is just certain things that, because of your identity, you're gonna feel somewhat connected to. I don't feel like it matters how much money you have. And her being Black, it's just like, okay, police brutality, that could be me. That could be me. Well, not her because she got money. Right. That could be her nephew.
Exactly.
Her cousin. That could be anybody. So it's like, okay, I feel something to this.
That kind of connection to the issue. Absolutely.
So specifically what's going on in Gaza, right? Not to say you have to feel a connection to something to speak about it, but I could see why it's like, oh, I don't really...
There's a disconnect.
That's number one. Number two, if she has to speak about that, right? Where do we draw the line? Or just celebrities in general? Because let's be clear, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world.
Every single day.
Everywhere.
Every single day.
When do we draw the line? Because if she got to talk about that, do she got to talk about this? Or do she got to talk about that? Or this or that? It's like...
I did want to talk about just kind of present day Beyonce. We just saw the Grammys earlier this month.
Ooh, yeah.
And I think I want to get your opinion on how do you feel just about her in the awards world? And how do you feel do you think she is getting, because so my opinion right now, just compared to, let's start back VMAs 2011, when she announced she was pregnant with Blue. You remember when she was kind of just in that performative prime of just always at an awards show. She was always, how you'll get the commercials, be oh yeah, Beyonce will be there. You knew you always heard her name when it came to awards, and she was winning all these awards and all that kind of stuff. Do you feel like now there may be aging her out of the categories of so for example, and when I say age out of categories, how artists are always putting out new music, always, even if it's relevant or not. Let's say for example, Mary J dropped an album. Mary J is, everybody loves Mary J, legend,
queen of R&B. If you ask me,
let me tell you, I sing some Mary J in the car, okay? But if she dropped an album right now, she wouldn't get considered for any kind of award. Do you think they're trying to do that to Beyonce, where it's just I know you're putting out music, girl, and I know the world is loving it, but we're trying to focus on other artists, maybe a Billie Eilish or a Victoria Monet, or do you think they're trying to age her out of the categories?
Do you mean specifically the Grammys, or do you mean VMAs and stuff?
I guess we can just put it in we can do the Grammys if you want to focus on that.
Because honestly, I haven't really paid attention to any awards.
Got you, yeah.
But I did, of course. Everybody kind of pays attention to the Grammys.
Yes.
But no, she got nominated for Renaissance. Got nominated.
Yeah, Renaissance did get nominated.
I think for the Grammys specifically, I don't, because it's all about impact with the Grammys, right? So I don't think she's getting aged out yet, because she's still making that impact. But with Mary J. Blige isn't making that impact anymore.
No.
Sad to say, we love you down, Miss Mary.
Yeah.
But she's not making that impact no more.
Yeah.
Back to what I talked about earlier, of legends and artists who are in their prime at this age, you think older. It's their core fan base is still going to listen, but we not going to listen. True.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't think she's getting aged out.
Well, yeah, I think sometimes I feel when it comes to, because I remember, what year was that? That was 2017, where, I still talked about how she was snubbed for Album of the Year against Adele. And I actually love that Adele album. But of course I wanted Beyonce to win. But it's just it is, sometimes I feel I feel sometimes they be snubbing her just for the hype of talk, just so talk can be had and conversation can be had. Because I feel flowers have definitely been given to Beyonce, but I feel there could be a lot more flowers. And I pray whenever she leaves this earth, that's not when people are you know what, she was really the greatest of all time, or she really was ahead of her time, Because I just feel and I feel this about all artists in a sense, recognize them for who they are right now. Not when because I feel they did that a lot with Whitney Houston, in my opinion. Once she died, I feel that's when clips were resurfacing about her, information was coming out about her. And I feel even when right before she did pass, because I think she did Sparkle before she died. That was the last song track that I heard on her. They were talking, and I saw something recently about that. Just how I feel she was just getting kind of snubbed a lot. And I feel she wasn't being talked to. And as a legend she was, I feel I don't want that to happen to Beyonce. And it's kind of half and half, because she's obviously being talked about. But I think so much controversy when it comes to Beyonce, it's more controversy than just again, going back to Taylor Swift. When we hear about Taylor Swift, we don't have no controversy. It's just oh my God, she's just the best pop artist ever. There's no negativity when it comes to her, unless it's Black people say they don't like her. But it's just I want that more for her, for Beyonce, because I'm just girl, again, we didn't even touch on the movies. If you've seen Renaissance and if you've seen Homecoming, you know what kind of work she puts in. And I think that's what, again, I be getting irritated with people hot takes, because I'm boobs. She said she planned Renaissance for 4 years, bruh. 4 years. That's intense. And then she was still doing music and stuff in the midst of that. So I'm just that kind of work, that kind of effort, that kind of drive. It's just I hate when it gets played with, because I'm
well, to be honest with you, I think that it'll forever be played with because she's a Black woman. And I just feel that's what it is. And I feel no matter what she do, it's always going to be those people that talk shit, try to downplay her contributions to the industry to other artists, like just influencing other artists, and then just her impact on, I want to specifically say, Black women and little Black girls in general. People are always going to downplay that for her. Yeah. That's just what it is. But I think, the people who matter, we see it.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's all that matters. But with this Renaissance thing roll out, like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, I think this is going to be the shit that if she doesn't get her flowers, she'll never get them.
I know. But I think you raised a good point, because at the end of the day, just give it a listen. Shit, if you ain't never listened to nothing, listen to that, bitch.
Favorite album.
Girl, all right.
Favorite album and favorite
album?
Top 3 songs.
Top 3 songs? Okay. Let me do album first. Favorite album probably is B-Day. I know pretty much every Beyonce song, but that song, that album,
B-Day is in the top 3.
B-Day, I know every single song. Like, ooh, that's a good album. And I feel like it's very nostalgic for me. I was saying to Mo earlier, I remember being in grade school at recess doing the sizzle leg. Come on, like that's childhood. I just feel like that. I could throw that on right now and act like it's my first time listening to it. So really good. What's your favorite album?
Favorite album? B-Day is really, like, all the albums it's really hard to choose.
It is hard to choose.
But Renaissance is up there.
Oh, Renaissance is up there. I was like, is it crazy for me to say that? Renaissance is definitely top 3.
I guess, okay, when I'm thinking about albums, I'm thinking about the albums I go back to.
Yes.
The most. Renaissance, of course.
Yes.
B-Day, of course.
Yes.
Don't Beat Me Up.
Lemonade.
Dangerously in Love.
Dangerously in Love is a great album. Are you kidding me? Do you hear how raw her... What were you talking about the other day? How raw her voice was?
Baby voice.
Ooh. Girl, like, I'm telling you, she hopped out Destiny's Child, said, hold on, I got an album for you. Okay,
top 3 songs.
Okay, well, just speaking of that album, Me, Myself, and I is actually my favorite song.
Really?
That's my favorite song. Like, I wish I could sing, bitch, because I would fuck up. Good album. Okay. Good song. Countdown. It's so fun.
These are very interesting.
I love Countdown.
I've never heard these from people. Like,
really? Favorite song. Countdown is definitely my favorite. Like, bitch, I wish I could hit that run. Boy.
Crazy run.
Bitch. Third. Ooh, let me see. Let me pick something.
I know. I'm looking through my phone like.
Let me see. Let's see. Beyonce. Third, it would definitely. Hold on. Oh, it would definitely have to be off of 4. No, I already did song. I love that song. Honey,
you better nah. Because you must have bumped your head.
Hey, yo. Okay, so third. Damn. I don't know.
Girl.
I know. I'm tripping.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go.
Sorry. Third would probably be Kitty Cat.
Ooh.
That's a good song. Third is good.
That's
a really good song. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. This is no particular order.
Right.
Be With You from Dangerously in Love.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
Be with you, cause Okay. Don't Hurt Yourself from Lemonade. And 3.
But she had that fur. Oh, that's Don't Hurt Yourself with the fur.
With the
lemonade braids.
And I guess 3, like I said, is no order.
Right.
This is really hard. It might be Virgo's Groove.
Oh.
Right now.
Very good. I wanted to choose something off Renaissance too. If I had to say Renaissance,
or maybe Plastic Off the Sofa.
Girl, we talking Renaissance. Okay, I'm sorry. I know we said 3, but let me just do 4. We just had to choose a favorite from Renaissance. Bitch, I can't even choose. I really can't even choose because let me tell you, Alien Superstar brings something out of me. Girl, she was like, U-N-I-Q-U-E. I'm like,
now I gotta go watch the movie again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It would have to be that or Pure and Honey. Bitch, I feel like the hottest chick in the world. Honey. Like the hottest chick in the world. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
But yes, that pretty much sums up our lovely convo on Beyonce. I hope you guys took away, again, all opinion based. All just how we feel about it, even though we just got on people about their opinions. But, all opinion based of just, things to just think about when it comes to Beyonce. And if you think she's overrated, Catch a grip, dude.
Jump off a bridge, break your toes, ho.
And then put on some Beyonce just to reiterate, just to hear yourself. Because, like, you're kind of tripping, bro. Like, just tap in.
Go listen to Be With You by Beyonce. It's on the Dangerous Man album. My favorite song. I love that song.
Very good song.
I love that song.
Very good song. Very good song.
And who else you know had a feature from Luther Vandross?
Luther Vandross on the first album. Bitch, what kind of connections you got?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, but what kind of connections do you have to get Luther Vandross to be with your young ass on the damn album? Like, damn, bitch. You really that girl.
Legend.
And on that note, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Shoot the Sissy podcast.
Next episode, we'll be talking about what?
Mermaids
and how they're trying to kill us.
Yes. Don't want to miss that. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.